Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon message. The sun says hi. The sun says it's proud of your achievements, even though at its level in the sky, it actually has precognitive vision. So it doesn't really view things through Koreas like we do. It can actually perceive not just the potentiality and possibilities of what's going to happen, but in some cases, it can actually perceive directly the future. And that's the sun. You know this is true because you have a sun sign. Sun in Aquarius is like, I know. Peace dealer, I know. And what's their motto? I know. You motherfuckers. You know an ass. Pisces has extrasensory perception. The Pisces suns is like, I believe it. What's their motto? I believe. Sagittarius is literally, I see. So they're like, I see, peace dealer. I see what you mean. Yes, that's why Sagittarius are always like, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I'm funny. I have a problem. I think I can be a comedian and make astro jokes. Let's get into the transit. Moon in Scorpio, sun in Libra. We are venturing forth into the journey of the gods. Okay, the tone of this Magic Moon Message series is going to switch drastically. I was a lot more humble before. You know what I'm saying? I was a lot more kind. That's because we were servicing the lower realms. We were going from Aries to Virgo. You know what I'm saying? People be hating on humanity a lot. Humans be hating on humans. So many other beings be hating on humans. Humans make good food. All right, shout out, I got an angel spirit, but shout out to the humanity tribe. I'm a human too, baby. I'm a human angel myself. I'm a hybrid. Humans make the best food. All right, you motherfuckers is traveling from other dimensions just to eat our shit, possessing human bodies. Don't act slick. You be possessing human bodies just to get high off our drugs. Stop talking shit. Stop talking shit. And as annoying as human beings might be, they are nowhere near as obnoxious as you gods. Some of you gods are watching this right now. You motherfuckers are obnoxious as fuck. All right, as angels who serve humanity and also assist the gods, I will serve humanity way more than deal with these obnoxious ass gods. So we're headed into God Squad. We're gonna be in Sagittarius season soon. You wild, obnoxious ass wild card Sagittarians who just live to seek and spread chaos like an Adam 22 on No Jumper, just trying to create beefs. I really can't with you niggas. Anyway, Libra season, you know what I'm saying, a bridge to this godhood. We are officially opening the doorway to this whole God Squad affair, which is just more chaotic and dramatic as ever. Zeus was literally beefing with Poseidon in 2022, and we've had to deal with the aftermath. So at this point, so done with this all. But hey, who cares? Anyway, we have opened the door into the underworld because the moon is in Scorpio, and now we're just going to understand the tea that was dished. Wherever you're at in this human earth right now, you have seen tea be dished. Now, I know you experience this in your own way because we like to think that we're separate from other people because separation is an illusion. But no, there's actually a deity for that. There's a tea goddess that dishes the tea collectively. And the way you come into that tea is anytime someone dishes tea to you. All right, listen to me. I'm not here to fucking bring up peer-reviewed research and slow this down. Just assume I'm telling you the truth. My source is trust me, bro. Because a lot of you don't even believe in the flying spaghetti monster, and it shows. Okay, you don't let your imagination flex because we're so caught up in being empirical. Some of you get too imaginal. You're too in your imagination, and it show you delusional as fuck. But shout out to the Delulu crew. I'd rather you be Delulu and believe in yourself than try and be a Virgo when you're not a Virgo. Stop trying to be Virgo. You will never be Virgo. Even Virgo don't like being Virgo. They be just analyzing too much. This is not a joke. I'm not doing a comedy routine. Okay? You have received tea. And if you just realized it like, oh, that was some nice tea, go back. That was the tea goddess dishing her tea. She is not a physical being like us. And so in her extra dimensional nature, when she dishes tea and it comes into the physical realm, you experience this by someone dishing you tea. Now, what you don't know is that the goddess facilitated the experience so that that person could dish you the tea. And if you're a Cancer, you were probably the tea disher. And let me just shout out to Cancer right now. Cancer, you are special. You are the best at dealing tea. Cancer is the only motherfucker that will dish tea and then have different packets too. Like, oh, if you don't even like this tea, I got 5 more. I got more tea where that came from. Like, oh, you don't like this flavor? All right, we could dish this. Cancer, we see you. Cancer woman especially. The way y'all just receive tea from other people and then you collect and sample, it is an art form. It is an art form. Libra, you nice. You nice. I see you look up to Cancer too. But like, this is not a joke. You have received tea from a friend, from a colleague. You might have witnessed it. You might have been the one dishing it. If you're a high priestess out here serving out tea, you got moon on your rising, you got a Cancer, you're the one dishing the tea. Now listen, you have recently been dished tea. This is very important. And it might, I feel like for some of you, you know about this goddess. So you tapped in. You knew when you got this tea, it wasn't unlike any tea you usually get. You paid attention to it. If you aren't taking this serious, you need to take it serious, because that tea that was dished, the moon is in Cancer now. The moon is in Scorpio. Scorpio takes that tea and adds some sauce on it. It's like, yeah, remember that stuff I told you before? Girl, tell me why. Extra layers and details. What? There's no way. Scorpio is when the tea gets scandalous. You feel me? All right. Cancer is the juice. And we love the juice, but Scorpio is the sauce, and the sauce lasts forever. And this is the potential to be a very saucy transit. There's no escaping this. You're going to revisit tea that was dished to you, but it's not going to taste the same way it was originally dished. You're getting ready to uncover deep psychological understanding of the characters of people you are destined to associate with. This is the activation mathematically of the 0-degree conjunction we had with the Sun, Moon, South Node, and Mercury. Now, we're also going to have a 30-degree to 60-degree angle that's going to activate the semi-sextile. The sextile as the moon leaves Scorpio and goes into Sagittarius. I want to say about like moon 23 degrees Scorpio. So when we're going to activate this actual manifestation, so everything leading up to there over the next day and a half is going to be a pure identification of how motherfucking saucy you are. Everything about this signature is about confidence, because you just activated this new moon cycle to unlock your super self. So now it's time for you to drip. Remember, Aries is Peter Parker, Libra is Spider-Man. Black suit Spider-Man had all the drip. And this is where you get to appreciate, hold on, I came this far. I'm a saucy ass motherfucker. Okay, now, extra points for vulgarity here, because Scorpio's taboo and Chiron is raw. So you don't want to necessarily limit yourself for the sake of making other people comfortable. You don't want to be an asshole either, but you don't want to be lame. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being cool though. It's about being authentic. So let out a bitch, let out a fuck, let out a shit. All right, specifically because it's authentic, not because you're trying to be edgy. All right, after you're authentic, then be edgy. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you don't want to inhibit your expression because of outdated traditional mechanics. You want to be aware of its effect on your behavior, but you don't want to let these small speed bumps get in your way. All right, and that's a very controversial thing to say, just due to the multivariable nature of whoever could be watching this one clip alone. And that's why I'm saying, really appreciate the fucking sauce you'll be dripping. This shit is gonna be fire. All right, like really break the rules a little bit, because like you're going to understand. Moon and Scorpio is you understanding in a very pure, deep way that you got it like that. That everything you spent the past few weeks integrating and activating was not for nothing. And now you're going to continue on this activation by also manifesting pure energy. This is going to open the doorway into the gods. Before we enter godhood in Sagittarius, and we step into the obnoxious land of Sagittarius, where all gods do there is party and have sex. I swear to God. I swear to God. It is that lit. It is that lit. It is Valhalla. If you tune into any Sagittarius, like, just look at any Sagittarius. They're like, that's because their OG is Jupiter, and all they do in their land is party and have sex. That's it. All day. All day. Dude, listen. It is a swinger orgy all day. That's it. That's it. No, listen to me. Listen to me. I work with Hermes. Hermes, we've been to the underworld. Underworld is kind of lit if you've seen Lil Nicky. The Zeus's place, all these gods do is hedonistically act bureaucratic, sleep with each other, drink. It's a party. These aren't humans that have these attachments. These are obnoxious ass gods. Just look at any Sagittarius. They are literally in. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get more pissed off because these motherfuckers is out here. I'm sorry. So like, we're going to step into Ascension in Sag, but before you ascend, you need to go through purity in Scorpio. The underworld trials make sure that your intentions are pure, because if they're not, then when you step into a god level like Sag, Cap, and Aqua, you'll be manifesting your nightmares as much as your dreams. Scorpio now induces this pure element of transformation by exposing impurities as well, and by making more extreme the psychological understanding of how powerfully you're in a position to manifest this balance, with which has unlocked the supernatural expression of your super self. This is going to give you deeper wisdom in understanding what you've activated, and most importantly, in this segue of stepping into godhood over the next 6 months as we transit from Libra to Pisces. And I'm just flowing naturally right now because this is what I do at this point. This is going to engineer, with the moon opposite Uranus and opposite Jupiter, a definitive breakthrough in the breakthrough arc and the breakthrough season. Of course, the breakthrough axis representing, of course, 180 degrees to 270 degrees through Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, a fundamental, definitive breakthrough and utilization of your own pure energy. The life force energy manipulation, drawing off of the expanded and enhanced sudden awakening of natural energy that your body produces. Please understand that something as subtle as energy that you use auto-nervously is not necessarily anything that you have to be conscious of doing. You do not use hand signs and mudras to channel energy from your heart to your brain, and for your brain to send signals to every single part of its systems to do what it does. This is all auto-nervous. So what if we introduced a mechanism that was latent within you your entire life, but relative to this generation, you may have been dumbed down and conditioned to believe that this latent part within you that exists in every single human being on earth is nothing, it's junk, it doesn't even exist, but actually does. And a few people in this world tap into it unconsciously and become great athletes. They become geniuses. Yes, I'm talking about Nen. Every single person has the ability to harness their life force with no consequence of shaving off life years unless you channel too much. This is not just an anime concept. The reason why it's difficult to grasp is because, one, it cannot be measured through physical instruments that obviously, and most of this process is auto-nervous. So if you're being told it doesn't exist and you don't tap into it, you won't be aware that this is what you have always been doing. And with the moon in Scorpio that's giving you this deepening wisdom opposite Jupiter that's enhancing your ability to naturally manifest this energy, that connection is going to make magic in tune for Pluto and Aquarius that's going to fully awaken then all over the world, which is going to be its own, natural selection process. So really enjoy that, because now the quality of your super self and its energy is going to dive you deeper in this rabbit hole. Revisit the tea you've been dished, and we have ourselves a controversy, ladies and gentlemen. You want to have fun with the controversies you see in pop culture, but do not take them serious. They're complete distractions just off the strength of when they're being released. And you're going to know that anyway, but that's just confirmation for you. Do expect people to hit you with red herring fallacies and straw men, even though you're hitting them back with facts. Don't take offense to that. Just count it all joy. Godspeed. Peace.